Looking for a last-minute April Fool's Day joke that your family won't expect? Well, we've got the perfect thing for you, and it starts on their dinner plate.
It's the biggest trick of the year, how you can get them to eat healthy without even knowing it. Joining us for What's for Dinner, you have extension dietitian Leia Kedem.
You do have to hide the healthy, don't you?
I know. Sometimes kids are really resistant, and in honor of April Fool's Day, what better day than to talk about sneaking more vegetables and healthy foods into their diet?
Yeah,
right?
so we've got some spaghetti squash here.
Yes. So spaghetti squash is one of those things. One of the kids from the group was like, "What is that?"
and just in that voice, too.
Yeah, pretty much. And I said, "It's spaghetti squash." And basically, you know, it's just a winter squash, but it's available year-round. It's great, and it can be really intimidating if you don't know what to do with it.
And this is the inside that we're looking at right here, right?
Yes, yeah. So that you can see why it's called spaghetti squash. The flesh, when you kind of scoop it out, looks like strands of spaghetti.
Now, how healthy is squash?
It's very healthy for you. It's full of fiber and potassium, vitamins and minerals, vitamin A, good for your eyes, vitamin C. So it's a really, really healthy food and relatively low in calories because it's full of water and good stuff.
And we're going to make this into a mac and cheese.
We are. We're going to make a cheesy veggie spaghetti, okay, using our spaghetti squash. So basically what you do is bake it in the oven, and we've already kind of done that. A lot of people will cut it in half. First, but I find that that's really hard to do.
I have found the same. Like, I feel like I'm going to cut my finger off trying to cut one in half.
And safety first. I don't want people to hurt themselves. So you can roast it whole. All you have to do is just kind of poke it. You can use a knife or a fork and just kind of poke it all around like that. And bake it in the oven for about an hour or until tender.
I imagine that helps keep some of the moisture in there too, right?
It does, yeah. I've done like butternut squash before, and basically it can get kind of dried out on top. So
did you cut the ends off before you roasted it, or did you already do that?
Yeah, I cut the end off here to make it easier to cut. Okay. And basically you can see what you want to do is you scoop out the seeds, and you can reserve the seeds if you want. You can roast them for a snack.
Ooh, yum.
Yeah,
they're kind of like pumpkin seeds.
Exactly, they're in the same family, so you could do it if you want.
Can you grow your own squash?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. My daughter always wants to just plant them.
You can, yeah. It's just like zucchini or pumpkin or any other squash. You can certainly grow your own if you're willing to do the work.
Okay, so how does the cheesy part come in?
So we are, a little bit later, we're going to make a cheesy sauce.
Okay.
Yep. We're also doing faux fries. Okay, you can fool your family. Everybody loves French fries, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, and here they are. You have two versions, the white potato and the sweet potato.
We've got white and sweet potato. Sweet potatoes are great. They're full of a little extra vitamin A. They're not necessarily healthier than regular old potatoes, but I like them. Kids like them because they're sweet.
Regular old potatoes.
Again, the cutting part is intimidating to me. How to cut potatoes into French fries.
It's really easy. Honestly, this is the hardest part. You just cut them into kind of French fry type shapes, and you make like little sticks. So it looks like a French fry, right?
Yeah.
And you could use a veggie slicer to make them like spirals, do curly fries.
And you're leaving the skin on.
I leave the skin on. There's a lot of nutrition in the skin, so I like to keep that on there. You can also, you want to make sure to wash it.
Do kids like the skin, though? I feel like that's where you're going to get a lot of sass.
You know,
a lot of reverb on that.
Sass. Honestly, I think that they're going to be so good and like nicely browned that they're not even going to notice the skin. I promise. They're going to get brown and golden, and the skin's going to get softer, so they're really not going to notice it very much.
Okay, so we're going to finish these up along with our cheesy veggie. What veggies are we tossing in here?
We're going to put, this right here is veggie, right? But we're also going to put some broccoli in there too, because broccoli and cheese go really well together too, right?
All right. Yeah. Well, you stick around. We're going to have this recipe on StayLiving.tv right now, in case you're wanting to make it for dinner tonight.
Gonna fool your family's taste buds.
We try.
I like that.
Yeah, well, next